I've tidied up the horn knocks a bit, which makes it easier to string, because the stringer was digging under this string loop and forcing it out. So a little bit of tweaking on the knocks. I've eased it off just a whisker here with the scraper, because it looked to me that the lower limb was a little weak. The other thing is, having left it braced for a bit and pulled it a second time, just to 110, it looked like the draw weight was dropping off, which it will do. I mean, you just leave a bow strung for a few hours and it will relax and draw weight. I didn't want to come under draw weight, so I've not done too much. I've got the brace height now up to a full brace, and it's been sat there for a while, so it's had time to relax. I'll give it plenty of exercise, and I may or may not take it to 120, but we're pretty much there now. It's been sanded and scraped and the knock's done. It's all about my bottle now, really. But if it's a whisker over draw weight, I don't mind, because it will settle. I mean, just shooting a round of roving will drop the draw weight. My back's a bit sore because I was bending over cutting up garden rubbish, and it was giving a few tweaks. And stringing this thing's some quite hard work on it. Well, there's 100. 100 at 25. Yeah, that touched 120. I'll have to look at the video to see how far that came back. What I'll do is I'll leave that strung and perhaps repeat the exercise. You'll never guess who's come to see what it's all about. What do you think, Puss? Do you think it's finished? Or should I do a bit more? What do you reckon, eh? What do you reckon to it? Do you think that's had enough? I think I've had enough. I've left the bow like this braced for about 4 hours now. It'll be interesting to see how much it's relaxed. It's always right at the last minute, isn't it? It's just as well I've got a sense of humour. Well, how it exploded is open to conjecture. We've got the main brake, well, we've got a brake in the middle here, and if we look at the grain, yeah, I suppose, well, it doesn't actually run off there. And we've got a brake at this tip, which is where I thought it might break, where there's this run off, but it's sort of come apart over quite a decent length. Was it too whip-tillered? But it's also snapped off this tip. But again, it's split out over quite a long, It's a bit like a green stick fracture, isn't it? I mean, it's I'm not sure I can draw any real conclusions, other than I was maybe pushing my luck a little bit. It'll be interesting to see the video and see how far the draw length actually got. Anyway, at least I haven't had to go to the trouble of making a string.